In the beginning, the money god spoke, and fire and blood flashed in its eye. The money god, who enriches beyond our wildest dreams and leaves destitution in its wake. All will be in harmony under the money god, as long as we continue our sacred duty to buy, borrow, buy, borrow, buy, borrow, buy. The money god must flow like a river. Its greatness must not be stopped. Though whole civilizations are pulled downwards by the undertow, drowned and forgotten, the river must flow. There have been mutterings from foolish mouths that there was a time before the money god, and that there will be a time after. This is heresy. The money god is everlasting as the land, vengeful as the sea, unforgiving as fire, older than all. Under the sacred realm of the money god, the nations are decreed consumer territories, producer territories, owner territories. Our venerable corporations, our bankers, our politicians are all high priests of the money god. The money god can give you all your heart's desires, every shiny trinket, every bauble. Your home will overflow with the gifts and beneficence of the money god. The money god showers more and more on the happy people, then sweeps on, and the people left behind sit destitute, in rags. There will be dead rivers, there will be dead seas, the land itself will die, till the money god stands supreme. The end of days is coming, and the money god will know the faithful. The money god is merciful. What have you done?
Buy, borrow, buy, borrow, buy, borrow, buy, borrow, buy, borrow, buy, borrow. Buy, borrow, sigh, borrow, sigh, borrow, sigh, borrow, sigh, borrow, sigh, borrow. Sigh, borrow, sigh, borrow, sigh, borrow, sigh, borrow, sigh, borrow, sigh, borrow.
Welcome home. When father gets here it's noon, till then it's still morning. The house is hollow with uneven windows, a gingerbread house that has melted, rotted, or was out of the oven too soon. The women are in stasis here, wife patrolling the living room, waiting for her man. Ribboned daughter, practicing aggressive piano techniques for hours. And at the back of the room, mother, sitting wakeful and unacknowledged. It's morning till father gets here, husband, son. When he comes in, they all greet him, husband, father, son, all activity, like fish rising to the surface of a tank at feeding time, jostling the water, froth and bubbles. His wife kneels to remove his shoes. His daughter leaps up from the piano stool to fetch his long wooden pipe. They hover around him. Only his mother remains still. He is in some ways quite content to be waited on, but then sees the flash of the white skull in his daughter's face, like a tame animal that unexpectedly bares its teeth, or one bolt of lightning that comes from nowhere silently. He hurries to his feet, demands his overcoat, declares, "I don't want to know you any more," and leaves. Women are crowding around the door, keening and sobbing, but do not cross the threshold to follow him. Perhaps, like ghosts, they cannot leave the place of their death. A crack of light appears around the door, but unlike what they had hoped for, delivers only police. Your husband has stolen from the cash register, and his mother, who so far has only said one word when she cried, "Son," keels over in her chair and dies of shock. Wife, daughter, I want to say, don't despair. Now at least you do not have to fetch any overcoats, any pipes, any dinner, any slippers, thanklessly. But I am speaking from another year when things are different, and I do not have a daughter who has been abandoned because she will one day die, or because she has reminded a man that he will. Outside, the husband-father-son is striking out alone, with pockets full of stolen money. Unencumbered by women's bustling, their voices, their hands bringing and taking away, their incessant piano, their collective indoor breath heating up the room, clouding the glass.
Just a teller, thumbing impoverished money, knowing the apocalypse is just around the corner. The bell sang, and the clock struck none. Seconds rasped his soul, and he knew the money was his. Pocketed, crisp and itching his thigh, to a concentration of thoughts and pretense that would be expressed in the compensation of the desired world. Hope and despair, fused and forged, his pleasures pockmarked and smiling.
Going to town. I'm going to town through the blizzard. I'm on my way out of here in howling snow in my long overcoat. Stopping by a dead tree, the only thing that was once alive for miles and miles except for me, I exclaim, "You haven't caught me," to no one. I'm waiting for something, perhaps the moon or something else, to catch me. I pull all my money from my pockets and I count it, separating the notes with shivering hands. Paper, thin and rough between my fingers, feels now more substantial than a knife, a gun. Death, I readily believe I carry you about with me now. You appear in all kinds of beautiful and hideous faces. You cannot slip like an insect inside my open mouth. I will not admit you yet. I walk for miles. In the city, in a shop window, I see the kind of clothes I always wished I had. A black tie outfit, and next to it a suit and head-to-toe white, what cartoons of angels wear, cultists or concert pianists. I gesture in a kind of hopeless want, forget the separating glass, and see the suits stretch their limbless limbs and dance for me. I have the cash, so I will have them. I will be the one to dance.
The burning sun, the pouring rain, everything that changes stays the same. The open sore, the stabbing pain, everything that changes stays the same.
I danced with the girl.
Someone's lost, another's gain.
Close,
No one wants to take the blame.
Same old rules, same old.
So everything that changes,
everything
stays the same.
It stays the same. Smoke cigars, drink champagne. Everything changes, stays the same. Have a tablet, sniff cocaine, everything changes, stays the same. Snuff the candle, light the flame, everything that changes stays the same.